Editing Rustin here. Just want to go ahead and say that this was recorded before the recent ban list. The end of the video might sound a bit weird, but yeah, that's because this was recorded before the ban list. Just wanted to get that out there. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, Rustin here. Got a bit of a special video. So I've been participating in just about actually I think I've participated in every single online GP for Force of Will. I've been wanting to show off the promos I've been getting, but I haven't really had like a good excuse to do it. So I figured I'd start with like this year's tournaments and then just kind of like have like a video every now and then showing them off. But I do also have a good reason to actually show them off this time. So I figure this would probably be the best time to kind of start the ball rolling on this. Let's start with the first tournament that I played in this year. It wasn't a GP, but it was really well done, and like in all honesty, I would chalk it up there as like GP entry worthy. If you're like looking to play an online tournament, the Converging Wheels tournament was like a great time. It wasn't an official tournament, but they did a great job with the promos. It was a fun time. The rules were slightly different as far as like end of round goes. It was based on like highest life total, which I was playing Dante Belial, so like I kind of had an uphill battle there. But yeah, let's get on in with their promos. So like I said, these are not GP promos, but there are some really solid promos in here. To start things off, a Academy Guard of Lykan. This is a Ruler League promo. I don't have a locals, so me getting my hands on this, I would have had to buy off the secondary market. So I'm very happy that this is one of the promos that they included in the participation. Actually, I don't know if it was participation or if it was if you made it to the final round, or I shouldn't say made it. It was Swiss, and when I play online in the tournaments, I play to the very end, just on the off chance that like I can get that extra promo or something. I did not know what the requirements to get the promos were for Converging Wheels, but I went all the way to the end, so there's that. So yeah, Academy Guard of Lykan, great promo. Here is another Ruler League promo that I would never get my hands on except for the secondary market. I'm just gonna say that, like, me not being able to get my hands on it, I'd have to buy it, yeah. But Dispelling Stone, that is a beautiful promo. Very beautiful. Let's actually bump up the lighting, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Very beautiful. Surging Lightning, another promo that I would not be able to get my hands on. Very nice. Ultra Magic Stone Golem, a very cool promo. It's actually a GP promo. Duetfly is arguably one of the promos that you could possibly see gameplayed. Like the duets, no offense to the duets, but they're not like the end all be all cards. You know, it's when I saw that they were getting promos, I was like, really? But the artwork is very beautiful, so like I kind of justify it that way, yeah. Blessing of Yggdrasil, very beautiful promo. The camera doesn't exactly do it justice. Maybe it's a sleeve. Here, let's slide that out of the sleeve real quick. Yeah, it looks a little better. It looks a lot better in person, but yeah, there's a lot of detail going on in there. A very, very beautiful promo. This is actually I think it's a Wanderer. Yeah, it's a Wanderer League promo. Then here's a very cool promo, like, boy. The Witch of Quenched Fire. This is I'm gonna say right now, this is a hard counter to, you know, burn decks. Like, if you feel like the meta is gonna have a lot of burn in it, you gotta run one of these in your sideboard. You got Moonshades, you got Dual Stones, you got Magic Stone Knowledge, you got Magic Stone Time. There's a lot of ways that you can produce red, even if you're not red deck. This is a great card to just have in your sideboard. If you need to fill out your, like, you know, 15th card or something. Then here's one that I was really happy to see. So Lorite. Use Splash Green for this guy. Like, this is a really good card, and I am happy I have two of them in promo. These are never going into an actual deck. This is very much a collector's item to me. This is also a Wanderer League promo, but yeah, I'd say these aren't going into a deck, but for the most part, I'm probably not going to toss them in a deck. I really don't want to like bin these at all. These are very beautiful promos. So yeah, Converging Wheels, I'll leave a link to their Discord down in the description below. Join them. It's not like the most active Discord, but like if you're interested in like, you know, just participating in like a non-GP tournament and like potential prize pools, like I said, they're not a GP like, you know, sanctioned or whatever group, but they're still like a great group. Like the fact that they gave these out for the entry fee, and like, you know, top 8 got to choose from like some very like exclusive playmats that I myself had not like, you know, well, I saw one, but like I hadn't like seen them like out for sale at like a cheap price. So very cool, very cool. Now, before I go into the, you know, current year's GP promos, I would like to show off the like GP promos that we had for the previous year, because I think they knocked them out of the park. Now, not all these were in the exact same like GP, but over the course of the year, these were promos that popped up for GP like participation promos, and like it's kind of weird. Some of these looked like they were supposed to be from like a different year, but you know, things happened in the world and I think they just had like extra to give out. I don't know the full story on it, but yeah. These are great promos. Like these, like this is a textured, you can actually see it through the card sleeve that this is textured. Yeah, Maribella, not like, you know, the end-all be-all card. It's, you know, very much a Machina card, but like at the same time, like it's a very beautiful promo, and Maribella also like, it's a waifu card situation, so like the card sells for a lot, just like the regular base card, and you know, the artwork is very cute. So seeing this as like a promo, that was a great thing. Like anyone that wanted to run Machina but couldn't like afford, you know, extra copy of Maribella, enter a tournament, boom. So yeah, another one was, oh yes, Mikage Rhea basically paid for the entry fee of the GPs. Mikage Rhea, that's a, man, like if you want like a tutoring card, like, and you're in darkness, man, that is just beautiful. Parcher Power, great combo. Like Sigurd was like the king and stuff of like, you know, the combo there, but like even without Sigurd, still just a great little combo there. This is the Limit Break Linif. It's another great card. Really not that, I don't see yourself running it anymore unless you're like, you know, going into Lapis, but still like a great card. During its time, it was pretty awesome. It's got Drain and Bane, you know, it costs 3. It's not bad. Light of Raisin Revive, very good card, still sees play, very awesome. Don't Cheat. This card has kind of fallen off a bit. It's kind of weird. There's just some more reliable like cancel cards, and you know, this one's like a cancel chant. Don't get me wrong, chants are like very big in the game, but like when we have something like number 13 that costs 2 or 1 or 0 depending how late the game goes, and Don't Cheat's like it's pretty expensive. I guess if you're running it with Regalia rulers, it's not as bad, just because like you can, you know, use the Regalia to like pay a chunk of it, or if for some reason, you know, the clause of like playing it for free comes up, that's awesome. But yeah. Black Moon Ray. This is another card that's, I'd argue, is a staple as well, just because of the J-Ruler hate and also be able to make it unchaseable. It's a great card. We got a Athenia here. This one's not textured. Actually, this one was also not. Some of these were textured, some of them weren't. I don't, it's been over a year since I've like looked at these. We got Athenia here, very beautiful artwork, very happy to have that promo. We got another Sylvia that was, you know, meant for the Lapis deck. Just some very solid artwork, and this one's also textured. Very cool. Then we have a Shakti, just a very cool card, beautiful texturing. So these promos, they were staple cards at the time. Are they all still staples? Not really. But like at the time, like they were like pricey cards, and don't get me wrong, Mikage Rhea still pricey, but Mikage Rhea, I argue, still sees play more than almost all of these. Like you could argue that Black Moon Ray sees like the most play, but like still, there's a lot to live up to here. This was a great time. This is a great time for GPs, in my opinion. Now, on to the first GP that we had. It was a Carta Magica GP. Here are the promos. So the GP promos for this year are a Duet of Lights, a Duet of Fire, a Duet of Water, a Duet of Wind, a Duet of Darkness. These are standard, and all the, at least American GPs, will have all these promos. So this is like the one participation promo that's not going to change for them. If they change the GPs around like later on in the year, I'll be surprised. But not the most impressive cards that are, not every deck is trying to run these, but they're very beautiful artwork, very beautiful. And they all have 0 on them, so I'm not complaining super hard. If you look at them, like there's very like slight outfit changes here and there, like you can kind of like see there with like the side skirt, you know, it's like slightly different from other artwork. Yeah, not what I would have printed as a promo. I would have printed some Marvel rares. I would have printed some, you know, super rare. What I'm trying to say here is I would have printed some Marvel rares as promos. I would have printed some, you know, just general staples for GP promos. This is very cool, very beautiful art. It's a, you know, series of cards, but in my opinion, it kind of pales in comparison to like the previous, you know, year's GP promos. Like, we're just so much better. It's hard to compare. That being said though, still beautiful promos, happy to have them. Now on to where things differed a little bit between Games and Geeks and Carta Magica were the top 32 promo and then the other participation promo. So for this participation promo, we had a Angel of False Glory for a participation promo. Very beautiful. Is it a staple? Hardly. This one could only really be ran in Belial. If you ran in other decks, you were very pigeonholed to you either didn't call a stone or you prayed they hit 6-edge stone. Not like the best card. For the top 32 promo, we had a Necronomicon Barrier. This card is definitely a staple in my book. Is it as big of a staple as Lorite? That's debatable. This one is like a cloud effect, just any resonators. Lorite isn't necessarily resonators, it's just automatic or activate abilities, but this one is like all resonators. Let's say like your opponent goes into like let's say they set up to where you're pretty sure that they're gonna drop a bunch of resonators all at once. You know, Necronomicon Barrier in response, that's a great hit. That is very solid. And you know, if you're running Wolfgang 2.0, it's an obvious 4 of. Great little promo. Now on to the second GP that I participated in, the Games and Geeks GP. So for this GP, same deal with the duets. You know, very cool. Very happy to have you know, 2 play sets of that. For this one, they had their angel as Angel of False Life. So yeah, very nice little I think they had the same artist do these. Yep. So fun little fact, the original versions of these were also done by the same artist, and the like actual artwork, it's actually just like them facing each other, I believe. Let me actually grab them real quick. Here's the originals, and yeah, they're kind of like, I believe they're like facing each other. I think they may have altered the artwork a little bit to where their wings don't go into the same like little pieces of art. Actually, yeah, no, they definitely have it separated. But like if you look at the actual like artwork for these cards, it's conjoining artworks. It's very cool. Very nice little differences. I'm happy to have one of each at least. Once again, are these gonna see play? I guess if I do like a Belial theme deck, which, you know, I do try to like make theme decks, so they might see play. Will these versions see play? Probably not. They'll just go into the collection. Now, a top 32 promo I'm really happy to have. Number 13, Anti-Magic. Some very cool artwork of Brad, you know, casting a spell. And number 13, I look at as this is a staple. There's multiple cancel spells in the game. Some of them cost more, some of them are very, you know, specific, like some can only do like quick cast stuff, you know, yada yada. But number 13, it's, you know, it's a 2-drop for a cancel spell. So, you know, that's pretty solid. But as the game progresses, your 4th Magic Stone, it drops to only 1 green. Your 7th Magic Stone, it's now a free cancel spell. Like, boy. And with all that done, that brings us to this little package here. So, the 3rd GP that we had this year online, I did pretty well. It was a Wanderer GP. It was basically the Wild West because, like, the Wanderer ban list, this is the smallest that it will ever be. There's so many shenanigans going on. No one knew what to expect. There was, I think, 32 different rulers, and there's either 82 or 86 different players. I don't remember how many like actually entered, but that was how many like actually showed up for round 1. And I was pretty, you know, I was very fortunate. I ran my boys. I ran Dante and Belial. They're a lot of fun to me. I love Dante to be able to go and search out Virgil. Belial, be able to make it to where you don't lose on a turn. And you can do that like twice, or, you know, you can do it multiple times if you have the right stones for it. These were very fun rulers. When these guys came out, I saw them and I was like, that looks like a lot of fun. So I hopped into them because, you know, they looked like a cool pair to run. Also Dante, you know, and then, you know, be able to go into Virgil. Just, you know, I'm not like the biggest Devil May Cry fan, but, you know, I I'd say I'm a fan of, Devil May Cry, like, and also the classic story of Dante's Inferno, Dante's Purgatory, I'm a fan of that too. But whenever I saw them, I was like, they look fucking awesome. And like, I've done some memes with them. I made a, skit video with them. And whenever I played with them in New Frontiers, I did do the whole like Secret Duel and Inferno combo back whenever Alice Origins was still in the mix. And whenever Wanderer was like announced for the next GP, I was like, oh, I have access to Secret Duel again. I have access to Final Battle. I even have access to Whispers from the Abyss. There's just all those just cool things I could be doing with them. And, I saw that, I was just like, I played Dante and Belial a couple times in tournaments, like, fuck it, I'll try run them, see the combo, and it's like, alright, let's grab a handful of cards and, see what I like best. So I'm not gonna like necessarily give like a deck profile here. And in fact, the deck that I ran was very unoptimized. A word of advice from me: don't wait till the last minute to deck build. I thought I had playsets of everything ready on hand in their set boxes because, I have everything organized, but apparently it's not organized enough because cards were missing. I don't know if they're in decks somewhere. I don't know if I just like lost them or something, or if I misremembered having a playset of them. Either way, don't wait till the last minute. I had weeks of knowing that the Wanderer GP was coming, and I did not think to be like, oh yeah, maybe I don't have a playset of all those on hand. So if anyone sees like a GP recap video, yeah, that deck right there was made in maybe 5 hours, maybe less. And yeah, I just could not find certain cards. I looked all over the place. I almost considered cracking some boxes open just to try and find more copies, but I looked at it and I was like, I'm probably not gonna do that well in this GP. There's gonna be like some crazy infinite combos, there's gonna be some like FTKs, there's gonna be like this and that where I'm probably just not gonna be able to win. And don't get me wrong, there was definitely like bad matchups, and there were some matchups where, if I had those cards or if I knew what to expect, I probably could have planned better. But yeah, no, I still did, pretty good, and I did good enough to where I wanted to make this video of just kind of showing this off. And yeah, I'm actually gonna use scissors because it's kind of like weirdly wrapped. I guess like I could probably dig in there, but I don't want to like stab myself or damage what's in here. I think I could probably work with that. Yeah, let's just kind of dig the scissors in there. There we go. But yeah, no, I was very happy of how it turned out. Even though I didn't have my deck optimized, like I only had one look of corruption. I was like, where the fuck are they? I'm just like, alright, filler time. The Dark Alice hand destruction, thought control, yeah. I almost ran I think it was a Lapis Darkstorm, I'm forgetting the name of the card, but like I was like looking at just like a bunch of cards and I was just like, what kind of filler can I do here? And I did like run some, cards for like mirror matches, and like as jokingly as it was to run Rogue Spectator, that card was awesome. He put his work in, like when I needed him, he was there. Alright. So, you guys are about to see what I have held off on doing for about 2 days. I wanted to record this. I will say that this tournament, I don't know if I'll run Dante and Belial in every Wanderer tournament, but it definitely like cemented like, okay, that's one of my decks now. That's something that I can say that while I feel like I probably could have done better, given what happened, I feel like I did a solid job. Okay, it's not there. And watch, there's a little surprise that that might be coming up here in this, so just stay tuned. Does that look thicker to you guys? I think it looks thicker. It's probably thicker. All right. So, for the first promo, this was the top 32 promo for the Games and Geeks Wanderer tournament, number 13. Oh, something is sleeved up here. So, just not gonna look at it myself, just sliding. Sliding. Oh, look at that. Look at that promo. This right here is a reason, like, This is the kind of GP promos that we need. This was a participation promo. This card, like in its original printing, is like $50 to $60 at the time of recording this. It might have increased, it might have dropped. But Dark Alice Rabbit Princess is a Wanderer staple. Does every deck run it? No, not necessarily. Do a lot of decks run it? Yes. It is a very good card. It's a very good card. Here's the thing, DPV was, you know, not the biggest print run, had a lot of staples, was printed at a odd time, and yeah, this is a much needed promo. Me as a, you know, longtime player and a, you know, recent dipping my toes into competitive, I still consider myself a casual player. This was a very big promo to come out. Like, I'm so happy about that. If you're new and, you know, you're thinking about, you know, participating just to get the promo, absolutely do it. If you don't have a webcam, use your cell phone. Like, this pays for the entry fee. This is the Mikage Rhea times like 2 compared to, like, you know, the previous year. Participate in as many of the GPs as you can. If you can only do the online ones, still try to do the online ones. Like, damn. Fuck. Okay, and then the next one is a very nice promo. It's a Moonshade. Moonshade is a stable stone. Everyone should have a playset of them, and this is just a very beautiful version of it. Now, Moonshade is not necessarily an expensive stone. I could see it going up in price just because Wanderer has become the, you know, the new main thing. So I would get your hands on a playset of them as soon as possible. But man, that is a beautiful promo. Then number 13 for top 32. Very happy to get my hands on another copy. Very cool. Angel of False Life. Very beautiful. Not as happy as the other 3 here. Very cool, very cool. Then we have Duet of Light, Duet of Fire, Duet of Water, Duet of Wind, Duet of Darkness, and here's the main motivating factor for the video. I made top 8 in the Wanderer GP. It was the first time I ever made top 8 in a Force of Will tournament. They even did the Dragon Shield sealable sleeve. That's very impressive. But look at that. Look at that. That is gorgeous. That is beautiful. Now, did I make top 8? Yes, I did. I did get 8th place, but you know what? I still made top 8. Oh, is that textured? Oh no, it's like, well, there's like, oh, it's highlighting, it's highlighted foiling, that's what it is. Certain parts are highlighted. This is beautiful. I am so happy I have my hands on it. The camera is not doing it justice. Looking at it in person, like, so just crank the light up all the way. See, that helps. Okay, that helps a little bit. Yeah, that is, that, oh my god. Yeah. I will still call myself a casual player. Like I said, the GP is the Wild West and we weren't knowing what to expect. I am so happy to have this. I didn't have to buy it off anyone. I feel like I earned it. Even though like a lot of luck came into it, I still feel like I earned this. And it's definitely like a highlight of the game for me. And like just like gaming in general. Like I've never been this good at something, which is like, it's weird to say that I'm like good at, I shouldn't say that I'm good at the game. I should say that I was very fortunate that my matchups were, you know, very in my favor for the most part. Like I said, there's still like bad matchups, but several factors just had to line up and several things had to just work out. But this is like gonna be one of my prized parts of my collection. Like I might get this framed, it might go in its own like little special case away from all my other promos, but I am, yeah, no, this was, I can't believe I actually like top 8'd at Force of Will. I've been playing, you know, since the beginning. I never touched any competitive stuff, never played any tournaments until last year because of them moving things to online because of the pandemic. And yeah, no, just several factors had to occur. And yeah, no, it was a very surreal moment. And even here right now, seeing it, being able to like hold it in my hands, like it's still kind of hard to believe. And you know, if there's anyone starting out in Force of Will, like, you know, if you're like new to the game, if you keep keep at it, you know, you'll get good. Just actually do practice and stuff. I myself don't practice. The most practice I get is the occasional draft before or after D&D. Aside from that, like, here's the thing. If I can get there, you can get there. I did no practice for the deck. I just had some base experience with the deck. Anyone that actually practices, like actually digs into the competitive scene and like how stuff works, you can make top 8 too. Will it come down to matches? Yeah, probably. Like, you know, you'll have bad matchups, but like if I can do it, you can do it. I don't know how to end this video. I feel like I'm just gonna ramble. I'm just like it's still a lot to take in for me. Like I said, I've been playing this game since the beginning, and like about a year ago, started playing in tournaments, even though they're only online, like still GP. And yeah, no, it's I feel like I'm stumbling to convey how major it was to actually make top 8. You know, it's really cool. Really happy that I was able to actually like participate in that level of play. It was once again Wild West. No one was expecting, you know, anything really. So luck was definitely a factor. And hey, it's a card game. There's a lot of RNG, so that's part of it is luck. But yeah. I'll just end it here. Have a good night. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.